Laura and I spend so much time just having a chat about leadership and career development and everything that we do on a day-to-day basis, and I think very valuable conversations come out of that. So we've decided to put you into our office with us so that you can have some insight in the behind the scenes. And I wanted to talk to Laura today in particular about the support she gives to people at a management or that executive level. And that's something that I think a lot of you could benefit from, and just to have a look at the different profiles and options that come about in her discussion. So yeah, it's over to you.
Sure. Look, I think the ways that we work obviously depend on the situation of the people who come to us. Common sort of situations are that people are looking to move from, say, a management into an executive role. So how do they prepare for that? How do they go about finding those opportunities, both internally and externally? You've also got a group who are actively looking for another opportunity externally. So, and those people, very confident, very successful, but, you know, might not have gone through the recruitment and selection process for some years, 10, 15 years sometimes. So it's about just recapping and working together on getting the best resume for those applications. Selection criteria is very common at that stage. And making sure that you're addressing that in the best way. And also interview preparation. If you haven't done an interview for 5, 10 years, just putting your mind back there, practicing responding to those questions, anticipating the sort of questions that you could be asked is really useful. I think the other section is probably where people have maybe done very well in a career, and have got to that point where they want to look for something different. So that might be consulting, it might be a portfolio career, it might be starting their own business, and just we tend to act as a sounding board there, looking through the options, making sure that that the risk is being looked at as well as the opportunity. And I love those conversations.
Yeah, exactly. Just break down the guys transitioning into that management kind of role. What kind of support do you think they benefit from in terms of that?
Look,
process?
I think what we tend to offer is you know, sometimes it is a confidence issue, and sometimes it's obtaining of that confidence. You know, what we tend to offer is a bit of a brutal reality check on where you are compared to other candidates that might be going for the role, or what the market's generally like. So I think it is both a reality check and a review, and making sure that that person sees what they have to offer and how they put that across.
Yeah, I like that, because I think sometimes when people are on interview, they're so keen and they think they have to step up now because it's a leadership kind of role or a management role, that they have to, you know, be boisterous and whatever. And I think that the opposite is true. I think that control in that environment is, and it's not that people don't know that. When you talk to them outside of the interview room, they know that. It's just when you're there and you haven't practiced it, or your brain isn't quite prepared for it, that you walk out of that interview going, oh, why did I say that? I think that's quite common.
And I think when you're at that level, you're looking at, you know, it's different where there's a variety of jobs that you can go for, but often there might be one key role that you've sat in position and you're waiting for the, you know, 3-5 years. You know, you don't want to blow that interview, so it's about putting preparation in so that you feel confident and relaxed and come across well.
And I think, like you said, it's the selection criteria which you absolutely have to nail. And I think a lot of effort maybe goes into that, and then people go, oh, you know what, I've managed people, I've been in that role before maybe, so I'm going to be okay on interview, and it's not the case. And I think it's the holistic process. I think it's everything. We also, when you're too close to the tree, sometimes I think you don't see things coming at you. You're not tuned in to the little nuances that are going on, and very often like we've seen this at negotiation point and at resignation point and then counter offer and all of those kind of things, people really feel off their feet at that stage.
And that's common. You might have done it for years, or you've been on the other side of the table.
Exactly.
You know, it's a different perspective.
Okay, so and then in terms of just portfolio career, because I think we in the old days people used a more common phrase like freelancing or contracting or consulting. But portfolio career now is becoming, it's very in the spotlight, also because it's an option for people at the end of their traditional office careers, but also for younger people going into the industry. So just talk to the guys a bit about portfolio career and what that's all about.
Yeah, I think portfolio career is when you're looking at a number of different income streams. So sometimes you can fall into that from consulting. You start out with a plan of which skill set you're going to be consulting on, and then you end up doing a variety of things and you sort of develop a portfolio career from there. But we're definitely seeing it in the younger years, as well as sort of that end, where people are looking at a combination of skills and interests and how to work that into a sustainable lifestyle. And I think those they're really interesting because it can be quite diverse skill set, and it's often about balancing your interests with the financials and how you make that work, and also if you're the right personality type, you know, it's a different type of work, and I think that you have to think through. Yeah, it can be really exciting thinking about having your own business.